You're listening to The Next 15, a podcast show for the binge listener covering random topics such as relationships, current news, and everyday life issues. My name is Trey North, and for the next few minutes, I hope to make you laugh, educate, and inspire you. Welcome to the Next 15 podcast show. This is Trey North, yours truly. You know what time it is. It's Friday, 7 p.m., and we are live and in color. Want to give a shout out to all of our listeners that are listening. Thank you so much. And before we get started and I introduce my co-host, I just want to give a shout out to those in our countries that are listening to our show in India. What up, India? United Kingdom, Germany, Brazil, Trinidad, Philippines, Cambodia, France, and Chile. Thank you so much for tuning in on the international side of the world, listening to the Next 15 podcast. I do appreciate it. And tonight I am here with my pristine co-host, Chris McAllister.
What's going on, everyone? It is always good to be back in the saddle.
I love you when you say that. Oh, man, how's it going on this Friday night, man?
Man, it's going, man. How is a different question, but it is going.
Oh, man, yes. Want to thank everybody that tuned in last week from listening to Always in My Business.
Oh, yeah, man.
The Kool-Aid. You always in my Kool-Aid, but don't know that flavor.
My Kool-Aid.
A great episode, and if you want to catch that, that episode entailed on people in your business, getting in your relationships, you know, whether it's your friends, co-workers, or family. Right. Great episode, man. Enjoy doing that with you, man.
No problem. The sad part is that we all have people like that.
I know. And if you hadn't heard it and you want to go back, just go to www.next15podcast.com and you can find Why You Always in My Business, along with the other episodes that we have done live and those that we have pre-recorded. So we got a lot of content that you can go back and listen to.
Yeah.
So, also, I don't want to forget, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter platforms at Next 15 Podcast. Also, we're on every major platform you can think of. We're on YouTube, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, and much, much more. But tonight is a night of off-the-cuff, random topics. Random-ish 108. And the phone lines are already open at 512-827-9164. That number again is 512-827-9164. If you want to call in and talk about something random, we're here. We'll do it live and we'll get you on the air. But let's get started. I'm going to start off with it.
Okay.
What comes to mind, separate bank accounts in marriage. Now, I did get this. This wasn't my own idea. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and they were like, "What do you feel about having separate bank accounts? You know, in the marriage.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?"
Earlier on in my marriage, man, we did the whole separate bank account thing, man. We actually did. It worked for a while until, you know, it worked for a while until we started running into some issues, and then I was like, you know what? I don't think this is working because if what's mine is mine, if what's mine is yours, and if what's yours is mine, then why do I? It feels like it feels like you're hiding something if you have another bank account. That's just my opinion. And so at that point, you know, my wife was like, well, I ain't got nothing to hide, so let's. You know, I was like, okay, bet money. We've been doing that ever since, is actually having everything together. But, you know, there's some people that, you know, some people feel like, you know, well, you know, I make my money. I want to have my little play money on the side. But I'm like, it's our money. Like,
okay, but let me.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to go with the advocate.
Absolutely. So,
and I agree. Personally, I agree. Yeah. If you're married, I feel like, you know, one account. But there are some people that have the word I'm looking for, just drew a blank. Have basically they have their own money previously. They bring in something to the table in the marriage or the relationship. You know, they worked hard for their money. Yeah. They got a career and they have their own money. They have their own stuff.
Yeah.
Now you might not necessarily be bringing in what I'm bringing in, which I guess, that wouldn't matter.
Touche.
That just shouldn't matter as far as the relationship concerned.
Gotcha.
But I'm just saying, somebody has built their lives and built their career up.
Uh-huh.
Are you opposed to having something on the side? I mean, something in a savings or in another account separate from the relationship?
No, what my thing is, whatever works in the countenance of your relationship. You know what I mean? If that works for you guys and it doesn't bring any strife between you two, then do it. Whatever works. It just didn't work for me and my wife. And I've seen the both sides of it, man. I've seen where couples are okay with it. They're both great money managers, and a lot of the times you see that separation because one is a good money manager and the other one isn't.
Is not.
Yeah. And that's kind of where that comes from too. A lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times.
I hear. I have friends. We have mutual friends.
Yeah.
Say no names. But some of them have. Some of them have separate accounts.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It always made me. It always made me kind of cringe. I guess now they're gonna know, but it makes me cringe when I hear when they have separate accounts and they be like, well, so and so paying for this, so it ain't coming out my pocket. But I'm like, it is, because you guys are in the same household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, well, they pay this and I pay that. It almost feels like if they were roommates rather than a relationship.
Right.
So for me, I'm like, hey, I understand that if you have something, you're coming into the relationship and you got a little stash and you've been single.
Gotcha.
I feel like that right there, we ain't built that together.
Right.
But everything from this point on, you know what I mean? We're building together. We should be in the same account. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now, if I had about, 20 G's in the bank before you in the savings somewhere, now that's not saying I won't use that money to benefit our family or our household or anything like that if something were to happen.
Right.
But I'm just saying, hey, I don't have a problem if you had 20 G stashed somewhere in your bank account, you know what I mean, before me. But like, if we building this relationship in this empire, Lucius and Cookie, you know what I'm saying?
Buddy and Clyde.
Yeah, we rolling like Lucius and Cookie Lions, and we started out with 10 G's together. We put this in, and we didn't build this up to 50. Then we having this bad boy out in case something happens.
Exactly.
Or we just it doesn't matter. I think when you don't. I know money is an issue in relationships.
Okay.
When you need money to maneuver in the relationship. And,
Absolutely.
Without money, of course, we understand that. But I'm saying, as far as the relationship concerned, money should not be an issue, or the trust of this money, shouldn't be an issue between you and I.
Okay.
And you're right. Some people have better money management skills than other.
Yeah.
And maybe that's another topic. Hey, maybe you should, if you had the problem, then hey, I'm going to take over the finance part, because obviously you have a spending problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I've been in that position before.
Me too.
You spend a little bit, and then I look around here and we missing about, $600-$700. I'm like, hey, hold up.
Whoa. Okay, so I got a question. So in that regard, so what if, okay, let's just say hypothetically, right? You get into a relationship, and she come in with like $5 million.
She or me?
Huh? Let's play both ends. Let's start off with her. Let's say she coming with $5 million and she's like,
hold on, ladies, are y'all listening? I need some feedback from y'all on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So she come in and let's not even say she worked for it. Let's say she got a settlement somehow. You know what I mean? $5 million, right? And y'all in the relationship. Now again, let's say y'all are in the relationship. And she wins this $5 million. Okay. Has nothing to do with you. Okay. And she was like, we gonna be together, but this is my $5 million.
Why you gotta do the amounts?
Are you still okay? Like, what?
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of fair, because I did. You did me dirty on that.
Well, I'm just saying, bro.
I was like, 10,000. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, if she felt that way, then she probably want a prenup. You think? I don't know, ladies. Would y'all require a prenup in a situation like that where you guys had the $5 million coming in. Now I would think, you know, at some point we ain't gonna be living poor. Are we gonna be living poor? Like, you know, if we just had like regular jobs and we was, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, no,
I
wouldn't
you
say
ain't gonna
that.
use none of that to get us a house and that.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say like, okay, you know, she just says like, it's my 5 million. So whatever we're gonna do, it'll be my decision. Like, you don't have the authority to make any decisions in regards to the 5 million. Like, so
I really don't. I mean, legally, I really wouldn't have. You know what I mean? Unless you put that money.
Household,
I mean, head of the household. But if you don't put that money in that bank, legally, I can't do nothing about it.
You can't.
I mean, you know, at this point, she's the head of the household.
It's like, well, you got to change your last name because you're gonna be right here telling me. I'm just playing.
Like $5 million. Yeah, she the head of the house.
Yeah,
so,
she the yeah. Well,
man,
hey,
that's good.
That's good. I mean, because that does bring that question, because like that for me, that's why I'm like, hey, if we end this thing together, because I would be looked up on as a dog if I won $5 million and I told the lady that I was with or my wife, hey, this is my $5 million, okay? You know what I mean? Like, and we get a divorce, guess what? They're still gonna take half of that $5 million.
It's not in another account. That's what I say. Maybe if the lady, I'd be darned if I got $5 million. Hold on, because at this point, I'd be darned if I got $5 million, bro.
Right.
You know, and I'm with this either way, ladies. I probably can relate to this on this.
Yeah. I'd
be darned if I have $5 million and you come in there and you get half of that, and you treated me like a dog. You know what I mean? You cheated on me. Hey. You hit me. You disrespect me verbally, mentally. You know what I'm saying? And no, man, come on, man. That ain't. I mean, most brothers might be at that point. You be like, was you hitting me because of the $5 million?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My question is, do I have to? I ain't gonna tell you about the $5 million.
The guy. Okay, see. So as a guy, you wouldn't tell him about the $5 million.
No, you gonna be like, why are we? I'm like, hey, you know what? You know, the Lord blessed. You know what I mean? You'll never know what I have, bro.
How do you stock groceries and you drive a Lamborghini?
Right.
How do we have a $2 million home and properties everywhere?
I'm just saying. I was like, hey, you know what? God's opened up the door for us to move into a better place. It's like, you know, use the phrase that people that don't know the phrase, they be like, you know, God works in mysterious ways. He absolutely doesn't, guys, by the way.
So you mean that God just dropped $5 million in your account and you didn't tell me about it?
It's like you would find it out until the day I was dead.
Boy,
I'm just playing. Oh, that's hilarious.
A good question, ladies. Oh, I was going to say, hey, Erica, in the chat room. I see you, Andrea. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey.
That's a good one, man. I tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll get back with Randomish. Ladies or guys, if y'all listening, give us a call at 512-827-9164, or you can get in the chat room right here on Spreaker.com, and we can discuss some random topics. We'll be right back on the Next 15. Hey, it's Trey North, and I want to personally thank you for supporting the Next 15 podcast show. We are now available on your favorite digital platform. Don't forget to check out the all-new redesigned website, next15podcast.com, where you can listen to seasons 1 and 2 episodes. You can also check out the hot new inspirational blog written by my awesome mom, Stella B. North. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my website for exclusive news, content, and future promos. Again, thank you for your support and enjoy the rest of the podcast. You're listening live to the Next 15 podcast show with Trey North on Spreaker.com. Welcome back to the Next 15 podcast show. Trey North, Chris McAllister, pastor of Life Changers Church in Austin, Texas, joins me tonight and mostly every night or every Friday night at 7 o'clock. And we're on this randomish topic tonight, and we just got through talking about separate bank accounts in marriage. So let's switch it up.
Yeah. I have a random question.
All right.
I do. And this is for anybody, especially the ladies that are listening. If you want to call in, please call in, because I need an answer to this question, guys. why don't women ever say I'm sorry? Now let me say this again, guys. Not that they don't apologize. Why don't women ever say I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
I gotta know the answer to that, because women will find all kinds of ways to apologize without having to say I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, somebody help me, please. Like, I don't get it. And it's nothing with my wife, just women in general. Like, they will do whatever. Like, instead of them just saying I'm sorry, they'll go and, hey, they'll cook a meal, they'll rub your feet, but they'll never look you in the face and say, you know what? I was wrong. You were right.
That sounds personal.
I'm sorry. No, it's not.
Sounds personal.
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little personal. No, but seriously, like I don't get it. Even growing up as a kid with girls out, we would play with girls outside. Back in the day when kids used to actually play outside and jumping jacks and jump ropes and hopscotch and tag and all of that. I have yet found a young lady that will just simply say, I'm sorry.
Man, wait, I see your comment, Andrea. I'm gonna address that. But this reminds me, I love you, mama. Oh, God, here I go again. He just brought up some memories. You don't say sorry, mama. Remember we talked about my mama hit me with a shoe and my finger curves. All I don't remember the words I'm sorry that came out.
No, sir.
I just remember she was like, well, you shouldn't have had your hand in the way. And then she
exactly
babied me, but she never said I'm sorry.
Said I'm sorry. I'm trying to tell you, bro. My mama to this day, bro. I mean, Willie Mays Hayes, for anybody that knows my mama. Like, my mama wouldn't tell you she was sorry.
She just show you.
Right, yeah, she'll show you that she's
sorry. I need the words, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like, why can't you? Because you want us to say it.
Well, and since you put that in there, I'm looking at this comment, Andrea. What about men saying sorry? That's all we done for the rest of our whole lives is apologize when we mess up, because we always messing up.
No. Wait a minute. Like, here's the thing. We're apologizing even when we don't mess up, just to keep the peace. We're saying I'm sorry for you when you're wrong.
No, you wasn't supposed to say that. Now every man in America, when he says it, they're gonna be like, do you really mean it? Because Pastor Chris said on the Next 15 podcast show that you're really not sincere.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
But yeah, I just, again, till this day, this goes back to, okay, I'm sorry, I know I'm going into my kitty personal experience, but this goes back to like when I was 10 years old. There was a young girl named Aisha, not like the song.
Aisha.
For anybody, exactly, I knew it. Every time I bring up her name, there was a girl, and we used to play, like, she was kind of rough, right? And we would play flag football, okay? Because
with Aisha,
yeah, because girls was rough back in them days. So we would play flag football. She wasn't in, but we were playing flag football, man. Okay. And I was playing as a receiver, right? And literally, the ball gets thrown to me, and she comes and blindsides me, and literally, like, WWE clotheslines me from the top rope, right? And like, instead of her saying, oh, I'm sorry, that's all it took for her to say, is that she's sorry. What she told me was I needed to gain some weight and I wouldn't fail.
to gain some weight, because the clothesline is intentional. I hope you know.
Oh, that. Yeah, you don't just, you know what I mean? Like, she
tells you need to gain some weight.
Some weight, dude. For anybody that knows me, I used to be a little skinny kid. My nickname from my uncles used to be Whistle Britches, because the wind.
Whistle Britches.
Yeah, because I was so skinny, the wind would blow through my britches and it would give a whistling sound. So my uncle, rest in peace. called me Whistle Britches.
I never do that. Oh, it's on now, bro.
Oh my God. But why don't women? Come on, ladies, give me an answer.
They ain't trying to say nothing.
Give me
Bruh,
an answer.
they ain't saying nothing. You know why? Because we did an episode, Why Do Women Cheat? And I'm going, yes, if you listen to this show all the time, you know I go back to this. Y'all ladies never said why y'all cheat. You danced around it. You finagled around it, but you never. Pastor Kim didn't say anything, and Minister Tiffany didn't say anything. We got no answer to why do women cheat.
No, we did. We did. The answer was it was our fault as men. That was the answer that they gave us.
I don't care. I might do a remix to Why the Women Cheat. Y'all gonna give up the goodies.
Right. Y'all are gonna I wanna know why that you guys are incapable of saying I'm sorry. I wanna hear it. That's all I want.
512-827-9164.
Oh, good
512-827-9164. Talk to Pastor Chris because he really wants to know why you can't say that you're sorry. We see y'all in the chat room. Thank you so much for joining us, Jacqueline Hammond. And if you guys are just tuning in now on the website, this is a night of randomish with my co-host Chris McAllister. And he wants to know why y'all ladies can't say I'm sorry.
Why? What is so hard?
Silent. You see,
why is it so hard? Do you think that it's a submissive thing, like you're giving up some type of power? Or is it? Is that what it is?
Power.
Is it like, are you giving up the power that you have over most men by saying, if you don't say I'm sorry, we'll always be clamming for it?
Hold on, we have a caller, and we're gonna find out. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's. Thank you for calling the Next 15 podcast show. Caller, who am I speaking to, and where you calling from?
You're speaking to Andrea from Austin, Texas.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Andrea. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh God. Are you going to answer the question for Pastor Chris? Or are you
speaking for all women? Are you standing up and speaking for the race?
Because I threw a whole bunch of questions out there. So which question you want me to answer?
Wait a minute. Which question did you call on?
You asked why women don't say they sorry.
Yep.
Yes, that's the one that matters at this moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Look at that pause.
Yeah.
Look at that pause.
You're thinking too long.
Look at that pause. Boy, because she know.
Right.
You got.
No, I say I'm sorry, but I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else.
Right. Okay. So as a woman, since you say you're sorry, why do you think that other women can't say that they're sorry?
It's a pride thing.
Pride.
Yeah.
You don't say. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, hey.
Well, pride. Yeah,
pride. Okay.
I mean, even I guess you said you don't have a problem saying sorry when you need to.
No, like if I know that I have messed up or I know I have done something wrong that hurt the other person's feelings, I'm gonna apologize for it.
But are you saying
I'm gonna own up to my own wrongdoing?
But do you say the words "I'm sorry"?
Yes, I say I'm sorry.
Okay. So it is proven it can be done. So now that lets me know that it's a you thing. So it's not women, it's a you thing. Absolutely great.
I mean, when she said
exactly.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. When you said pride, then that would be a personal thing or a you thing. So I can understand. While I got you, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What do you think about? We said earlier about the separate bank accounts. What do you?
With the separate bank accounts, I personally think separate. I mean, if you was left some money from your dad or just a relative,
like an inheritance,
and you get into a relationship, And it reminds me of the movie Acrimony. So the girl was left with this money. She gets in a relationship with this dude, and then he started draining her. So you just have to be able to trust the person that you in the relationship with. You know, if he's trying to get up on his feet or if he already on his feet. So that'll make a difference.
But didn't he pay her back the money?
Yep, and marry somebody else. Yep.
I mean, he gave her a check. He gave her a check.
Touche. Touche.
So okay, let me ask you this though. That's you're talking about an inheritance. But what about when you're working? Like you work and he works. I mean, are you still saying separate bank accounts at that point? No.
Nope. We're a team.
Okay.
So we in it together.
Okay. Touche. I'll give you that. Okay. So, Hold on, Miss Andrea. Got a question. So let's say you both are working, but again, what you do brings in $5 million a year, and he brings in $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still same bank account?
Yep, we still Team Clark.
All right.
Hey, okay.
All right.
See, wait a minute. See, I hear things. Now, your last name is Clark, right?
Right.
So you mean to tell me? Oh, wait a minute. Are you married? Wait a minute. Are you married?
No.
Oh, okay. So Team Clark was suggested you on top.
That means she's the head of the household, bro. Just like we said.
I told you.
Exactly.
Just like we said. I don't disagree with that, Miss Clark. I do not disagree with that statement, ma'am. Because that is $5 million. That's funny. Okay, so let's say again. We're not going to hold you long, but let's say you guys work again. You bring in the $5 million. You just said that okay, it's in the same bank account, but the relationship goes awry, and you guys end up getting a divorce, and he asks for half of that $5 million in court and all that good stuff.
Well, wait. $5,030,000.
Oh yeah, that's right. $5,030,000. He wants half doing your separation. Does he deserve half of that $5 million? Does he deserve $2.5 million, ma'am?
And $15,000.
And $15,000.27, ma'am.
No.
What?
He does not.
Whoa. That is no. You said it was Team Clark that we are in this together.
Right.
So how can you now renege on the money now? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
You saying you saying if I had $5 million.
No, we did not. We said we understood the inheritance.
Right.
But we're saying that you have a job where you bring in $5 million a year and he brings in $30,000 a year. Now earlier you said okay.
So it's not no inheritance, so it's just employment money. So
like you make
we
more,
in it together, same bank accounts.
Yeah.
So yeah, same bank accounts. Then both our money's going into one account. So it come down to divorce. Whatever's in there together, we go half.
Okay. So then my question is, why do women do the same thing to men when they play basketball, football, golf? You know what I mean? Like, why is it that the guy who happens to be, somewhat similar, famous, or what it may have you, at the end of the day, the wife, not saying that she doesn't work, but I get it that she has kids and all of that. I get that in the family portion. But what about the women that don't have kids and they were only married for a year to a basketball player that made, $20 million that year? And so something happens and it goes awry and they get $10 million in the divorce.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you answer that before I say something.
Help me understand.
So that's just money hungry, a groupie. That's just a money hungry female that's gonna try to get everything that she can because she's upset that that she can't live a certain lifestyle anymore. So you're gonna try to get everything that you can.
That's alimony. Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. Okay. You're a rare breed, sister.
Yeah, you are. I'll give you that.
Or you on behalf of women, you're lying.
So you're an undercover agent. Just playing.
Really?
I'm just joking.
We thank you so much, Andrea, for participating tonight. We thank you for your input. Enjoyed talking to you.
Okay, y'all too. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well,
yeah. So there you go. I guess pride is one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
And it's okay. That's fine. I mean, Aisha, she was a little prideful. she was.
Okay. Check this out. Let's switch it up. All right. Here's a new topic.
Okay.
I need y'all help, ladies.
Okay.
Is it rude to use the restroom while you're on the phone with someone?
That is a great question.
This came up too in a conversation.
Okay. So, is it rude to use the phone while also being in the restaurant?
Like you're on the phone talking to your lady.
To your lady. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Or I mean,
or
anybody. Let's just say, anybody. Like, is it wrong to go to?
Do not call me if you are on the if you're on the porcelain.
Have you ever done it?
Yes. Absolutely. You have to keep putting the phone on mute.
On the number when you're taking a 10-200. Depends on how it plops.
Oh God, is it? Talk to us, ladies. Somebody let us know.
Ladies or guys? Yeah, ladies are gentlemen.
Yeah.
Give us a call at 512-827-9164. That number again is 512-827-9164. Is it rude to use the restroom while you're talking on the phone? I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it discreetly.
Yeah.
But I've been caught doing it before. Have you ever been caught on the phone?
Oh yeah.
Depending on where you are, it echoes.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I have.
Really? Is you in the restroom?
Have you ever been been on the phone while being in the restroom and end up getting into a deep conversation so your legs go sleep on you while you're sitting there because you're in too deep? Both ways.
Oh man, ladies, help us out on that one. Guys, help us out on that one. That's a good question, though.
That is, bro.
I wonder how many. I should take a poll. How many people talk on the phone while using the restroom?
Hey, real quick, my boy Tony said that we are hilarious. He's listening here right now.
What up, Tony?
What's going on, T-Tone?
Man, I have done it a lot of times, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We got somebody calling in. Hold on. That's funny. Welcome to the Next 15 podcast show. Who am I talking to and where are you from?
Tony, a.k.a. T-Tone, Longview, Texas.
What up, Tony? Longview, Texas. Shout out to Longview.
What's going on, Tone?
What up, my man?
Nothing much, man.
So you heard the question. Is it rude to use the restroom while you're on the phone?
No.
I heard somebody in the background.
Depends on what you're doing, I guess.
So wait. Is it a number one, or you saying it depends on if it's number one or number two? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think you can make an exception for number one, but number two, that's a big negative. You don't do that.
Well,
no. Okay,
tell me why.
I think it's a little too personal.
But how do they know though?
Personal, man.
Okay.
I mean, it just depends on the sound effects, man.
Okay, T-Tone, man, listen here. Hold on. So you mean to tell me you've never been in the restroom and your old lady called and you look at the phone and you're like, you gotta answer it, So you're not gonna answer the phone if you're sitting there if you're sitting there and your old lady call?
Yeah, I might have to answer, man. Yeah, I might have to answer, but it will be a lot of muting going on too.
Oh God! I see we got other callers calling in. Don't give up, caller. If that whoever's calling in, we don't have multiple phone lines. We're working on that, so don't give up. You can call back. Yeah, I guess so. We're gonna try to take another call, man. Keep it locked with us, man. Appreciate you listening tonight.
Hey, most definitely, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
Welcome to the Next 15 podcast show. This is Trey North and Chris McAllister. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
This is Adrienne calling from Maynard, Texas.
Hey, Adrienne, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks. How are you all?
I'm doing
well.
Doing well. So what is your comment?
I think it depends on the comfort level you're with that person. And so I think if it's someone that you're comfortable with, you tend to be free with it,
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe someone that you're not so comfortable with, you may mute the phone a little more depending on which one you're doing. And number one and number two.
Yeah.
And I guess the form that it's in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
I also think it's somewhat of a respect thing.
Okay.
It can go either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you saying depending on who it is, you mute it. So either way it go, you use it a bathroom if you got to go, whether you know them or cool with them or not. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I was just making sure. Making sure.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But go ahead.
Okay. So scenario, ma'am. Okay. Scenario.
All
right.
Okay. Say I may have I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
A friend who's really going through something, and you want to give her that undivided attention. You want to make sure that you're there for her during this time.
Okay.
You don't want to just say, okay, well, look, you may have one of those times where your stomach's just upset and you're like, you're battling between which one you're going to go with. Am I going to hang up or am I going to be there for her?
Well, you're going to lie to her until that your battery died?
No, you continue, but you may have to mute depending on.
Got you. I got you.
So what level you're at.
So at the end of the day, let's just say hypothetically, you're at Six Flags and you know what? You ate one too many hot dogs at Six Flags. And, I don't know if you've ever been to a bathroom at Six Flags. They're horrible.
Oh, my God.
But with that being said, you can't hold it. You got to go. And you just got in there. And the job that you've been waiting on to call. The job calls.
You had to twist it. Your twisted mind.
The job that you've been waiting on, your God-sent job calls you.
Wait, and it pays $5 million a year.
It pays $5,020,027 a year, ma'am. Are you answering that phone?
You're not making it easy at all. I'm already sweating over here.
I'm just
sweating
asking,
over here because I'm on live, and then I'm sweating because my stomach's upset. And I'm in Six Flags.
Are you ready right now?
Are you on the toilet right now, man?
I could be.
Oh my goodness!
But to be honest, it depends. Okay, so if I have a Bluetooth where I don't have to, my hands could be free. I think I'd be multitasking.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the mute button.
Absolutely.
Especially at Six Flags.
For $5 million? I'm Putin, scooting,
Yes.
and everything else, cuz. I don't care.
You know, ladies say
Yes.
that. You know, ladies say they hover anyway. So I don't know what that means, but that's how that rolls.
Well,
Marcy
that's a
Mosley.
lot of sweating.
Marcy Mosley says, take the call, ask them a question, so when they're answering, you mute to flush and wash your hands.
Exactly.
It sounds like you've done that, Miss
Exactly.
Mosley.
Marcy, you are my favorite listener tonight.
You win the randomest challenge, ma'am. That is great.
You are an
Exactly.
experienced number 2 taker. I can tell. Oh my God.
Okay, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I just had to get that question out. That was hilarious.
That was a good one though.
Yeah, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Thank you so much, Adrian, for calling in. We enjoyed that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
Thank you for participating.
Thank you
You're
so very much.
All
welcome.
right. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye.
Oh,
That's funny.
bro, that's a good that's a good question. Oh, I like the twist that you put on that.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Hey, I tell you what, man. Let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, I guess we'll do one more.
Okay.
Or unless you guys out there want to keep it going, we'll do that. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Next 15 podcast show with Trey North and Chris Mack. Hi, this is Trey North, and I wanted to let you know about the Next 15, an all-new podcast show designed specifically for the binge listener, covering random and sometimes off-the-cuff topics such as relationships, current news, and everyday life issues. This podcast show is interactive, which means you can participate during our live episodes via chat room or podcast line. That's right, you can call in and be a part of my live podcast show. So tune in on Friday nights at 7 p.m. live on Spreaker.com or Next15podcast.com. And if you missed the live show, you can catch up by tuning in on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Before I go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Next15Podcast. Or you can go to Next15podcast.com and subscribe to get upcoming news, unreleased contents, and our monthly newsletter. This is Trey North, and I'll see you on the Next 15. You're listening to the Next 15 podcast show with Trey North on Spreaker.com. Welcome back to the Next 15 podcast show on this night of randomish. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, dude, this has been fun.
We got time for one more.
Yeah.
If our listeners want to speak on that, we got one more. If y'all want to call in,
yeah, we love to hear from you guys.
yeah, we've been doing them all night. What you guys got for us? Put us on the spot at 512-827-9164. That's 512-827-9164. And if you're in the chat line, that number's coming up. Great calls, great feedback. Marcy killed me on that one.
Yeah, she sounds like a
But
pro.
but that was clever.
Yeah.
It's clever, bro.
She's done this before, dude. You don't come up with that just off the cuff. That's professional, dude.
So while they're talking, they're engaging in their conversation.
right. And
You muting and Putin.
She's probably you're right. She's probably asking them random questions. She was like, "So where's the headquarters located?
Oh
How
man,
did the business get?" She's like, "So how did you guys become a Fortune 500 company?"
like who's interviewing who?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
That was
Marcy.
great, man.
That's
Y'all got anything for
hilarious.
us out there, ladies and gentlemen? 512-827-9164, or you can hit us up in the chat line.
That's funny.
Hey, man, while we're waiting on somebody to call, or you got anything you want to plug in?
Yeah.
As usual, I know you do.
Absolutely, I have a plug, guys. Listen, if you are anywhere in the Austin area or right now, since COVID-19, man, at Life Changers Church, man, listen, we're not a perfect church. church, man, but we are a good one. We have services on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. You can go to our website at www.lifechangersaustin.com, or you can watch us on Facebook Live. And I'm going to also do one more plug, man. If you have any children, we also have our children's ministry, PK's Corner, at 10 a.m. You don't want to miss it. It has a bunch of laughs, but it's also educational in the Word of God for children. So Life Changers doing big things at all times, and I'm your pastor. If anybody can talk about, if you're going to use the bathroom, but we are down to earth, but we want to see your soul saved, and we also want to see you live the best life you can live.
Yeah. What about on Sunday services? Since you haven't been doing COVID?
Yeah. So since COVID, we've been doing it online at 10:30 a.m. again on our Facebook page, at LCC Austin on Facebook. You can catch some of our stuff on Instagram, and we just started our YouTube page also. So the sermons will be posted there too. And then again, you can also go on our webpage, man. But we would love to see you there, guys. God is doing something great here in the city of Austin.
Absolutely, man. Oh man, this has been fun tonight. Reminding everybody, y'all, to stay safe out here. Juan Alaman, what's up, Juan, from the 80s Hour in the Wayback Wrestling Podcast. He says he's in the Pacific Northwest. Keep those masks on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's been fun tonight, man.
It has.
Yeah,
man.
we thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to go to the website, Next 15 Podcast, to catch up on past episodes. I think this is going to do it, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all stay tuned. We'll see you guys on the Next 15 Podcast show next Friday at 7 p.m. This has been a live Next 15 Podcast production. For more information on how to advertise your business products or services on our show, or if you're interested in voiceover work, please email us at next15podcast@gmail.com.